Well, if you thought Denki was a dum-dum, how do you feel now? Gotta give it up for charge bolts. What's up guys, it's Truth Hero, and welcome back to another My Hero Academia chapter review. Boku no Hero Academia chapter 263 of the manga. You guys already know the deal. We'll discuss everything from Denki Kaminari's time to shine to the end of this chapter where Hawks confronts twice. What is that all about? Let's dive in. This chapter opens with Mineta, Grape Juice, being a bit, well, how do I explain this? He's being a bit of a bitch. Come on, dude, you want to be a hero or not? He actually sits down and takes time to explain to the pro heroes and his friends why he's not needed at this stage of the plan yet. And Sero's just like, dude, get up. And I agree. Come on, Mineta, get it together. This tiger hero explains, we've never had this many heroes gathered before, but at the same time, the enemy has never been this mighty before. So no matter what happens or who's on what side, Horikoshi is setting us up for an epic clash, and a big one at that. Just to give you guys an idea of how many heroes are actually gathered, Jiro says, even if Tokoyami were to, well, it would still be okay. Were to what, Jiro? Go into Dark Shadow? Release the beast? I honestly wonder what would happen to this mission if Tokoyami brings out Dark Shadow, and then he loses control like he did in the Forest Training Camp arc. Dark Shadow would certainly get a lot of villains, but keep in mind that he doesn't really have a team he plays for. It's all about himself, so the heroes might be in trouble as well. Then we have poor Kaminari. I just want to be with everyone. We'll be discussing Kaminari in depth a bit later on, but he'll have to conquer some fears in order to be a hero in this chapter. And like I said before, it's his time to shine. I love this part of the chapter, and I think it's so great that his friends and his teachers try to set his heart at ease. And they do this the one way that will resonate with Kaminari. They make sure that he knows he is the one they need and the only person they can rely on here. They need his abilities and his quirk specifically in this situation. They need their hero charge bolt. Denki Kaminari really shines when he feels like he is the only guy for the job. The best example of this is when Bakugo and Kirishima, the manliest, strongest men in Kaminari's eyes, were helpless in front of Seiji Shishikura of Shiketsu. Kaminari shined for the first time then, and with this new affirmation, he can shine again against these villains and defeat the Paranormal Liberation Front. Midnight encourages Kaminari by telling him, look, I told you beforehand, I need your quirk, I need your unique abilities for this mission. And she even thinks it's kind of pathetic that all these professional heroes are relying on some kid or some student's quirk. This really shows Denki that he is truly special in this mission and as a hero, and he's also nice enough to say, no, Midnight Sensei, it's not pathetic for adults to rely on a student's quirk, and he's even still scared while saying this. Tokoyami then chirps up, get it? But he says to Denki, look, I learned from playing the guitar with you that you're a really amazing guy. And first off, shout out to Tokoyami and Dark Shadow. Y'all real ones. But again, I can't get over this love and appreciation for Denki from his classmates and teachers. I think it's great. But they're also doing something interesting. They're not saying, dude, look, you can't be scared, okay? We have a mission to do, let's go. They're building him up and encouraging him to embrace his own talent. And Denki's starting to believe, like, yeah, I got this. And if you're a hero and you're starting to believe in your own talent, then you'll think, yeah, I believe in myself and my abilities. These villains, I got this, let's go. And that's the right way to do things here. I think they should have taken that approach with Mineta, but he's just more for comedic relief. But then again, Denki's like, oh, now you compliment my guitar playing, Tokoyami. Thanks. And Tokoyami's like, I tried, bro. As we'll soon see, Kaminari will slowly find himself in this chapter, and it's one of these moments that when animated, it'll be this epic flashback and the music will swell up and Kaminari will finally unleash his power, you know, in his true nature as a hero. But until then, on to the battle. Cementos is an absolute beast here. He rips the entire front of the mansion off. It kind of reminds me of an ant farm where you can see in, just with villains inside it. I wonder if we'll see in future chapters if Cementos will actually encase villains in cement, or make the ground sort of liquid and then do it, because that'd be a pretty effective way to capture villains and make sure no one gets away. Like Ed Shot says, no one leaves this mansion. Gotta give it to him, it's a pretty pro move. Also, Skeptic is beyond freaking out. He's just like, every color squad, just go. Yeah, you might not be Violet Raid and in charge of fighting, even if you're Carmine Intelligence, just help me out, go, save me. And after seeing this, and all, basically, literally, the walls caving in around him, I think it's safe to say that the villains really had no idea the heroes were coming. Then we meet our first minor villain from the Paranormal Liberation Front, and Denki's eventual enemy. Now, I don't know who this electric villain guy is, I'm gonna call him Taser, as we'll see later in the chapter, but I like him. He's all like, why do we have to wait for this guy Shigaraki to wake up? Why can't we just get started? The pro hero edge shot is pretty clutch and shouts out great directions once this raid commences. Everyone, you can't miss any of these villains. If one gets past you, that is one that threatens people. Attack to protect. I like this, and it certainly hits Kaminari that this is a do or die situation. After some more encouraging words from Midnight and Jiro, Denki's girlfriend, Denki notices something. This Taser villain is amazing. He can not only absorb electricity, but can then increase the voltage and release it back. That's, if you notice, why he's actually shocking his own hand to get that process jump-started. We then get this great flashback of Kaminari playing the guitar with Tokoyami, but what really stands out to me is what Tokoyami thinks of Kaminari, because we haven't really heard what Class 1A as a whole thinks of Kaminari except for the fact that he's kinda dumb. Tokoyami says, I know you, Kaminari. You're a sincere guy who always thinks of his friends. So why should Kaminari as a hero be any different? I'm gonna make sure I stop this villain right here, right now, so that no one else has to worry about this later. I'm gonna do this for my friends and my team. This will be a very interesting fight because this villain can absorb Kaminari's electricity and then increase the voltage and release it back with his own lightning. So it's kind of one of those fights where the winner will be determined by who has the most stamina or who can take the most punishment. Basically, between this villain and Kaminari, whoever can resist the most voltage is probably the winner. So far, Kaminari hasn't really been in a war of attrition type situation, so it will be very intriguing to see what he can do in this battle. Conversely, since they can both absorb and release electricity, and the villain can even amplify it, this might be a sudden death match where the first one to get shocked loses. This will be great because it will actually test Kaminari's strategy and his brains, not just his physical abilities. Also, I think this confirms it. It's pretty safe to say that Denki Kaminari is not the UA traitor. If you think about it, this was a great moment for him to let loose with his electricity. He could have shocked all the heroes and his students around him, but he didn't, and instead he's not only focusing on saving everyone so that they can continue the raid, but also he's taking on this villain, so he is serious about defeating villains, and that is the key. He's definitely not on the villain's side. I also really love how this villain's basically designed for Kaminari to fight him. I mean, he even has an electrical bolt on his hair. The only thing that separates them is age and the fact that this guy smokes. But I can already see it, all the theorists saying, is this villain actually related to Kaminari? Guys, probably not. Maybe. Regardless, this is a wonderful rising of Kaminari moment that I didn't know I needed in my life until now. Also, after this fight is over, and hopefully everyone survives, I mean, someone's gonna die, but you know that Jiro's gonna give Denki mad props after it, so cheer up, Charge Bolt. Now, as great as this chapter was for Denki Kaminari's character development, and please show him love down below in the comments, Charge Bolt. There's actually something even greater in the end panel of this chapter. We see someone saying, what's going on, and then find out that it's actually Twice, and Hawks is in front of him, armed with his feather swords, and then surrounding him in his wing feathers. Ever since Hawks had dealings with the Paranormal Liberation Front, we have been waiting for this moment, the eventual betrayal of Twice. Twice was the villain that got too comfortable with the hero Hawks, and even some members of the Paranormal Liberation Front seemed a little skeptical and concerned by this, and now Twice is simply getting his just desserts. Or so we think. Hawks looks pure evil here. I mean, look at these eyes. Also, he's confronting Twice with his feather swords drawn, just like he confronted Best Genius in his apartment, and we all know how that could have turned out. Guys, I gotta ask the question, is Hawks a hero? Hawks is definitely not a villain considering what he's about to do to Twice, and the fact that he didn't warn anyone that the heroes were coming. Unless Horikoshi's playing some insane game of 4D chess with this whole double agent Hawks betrayal thing, but honestly, I'm not getting Sith vibes from Hawks. But then again, I'm not getting Master Yoda vibes either. I'm getting some clear Grey Jedi vibes, some renegade vigilante vibes. To me, Hawks has always been pretty unstable. I mean, that much is clear from him being a very young hero, but not really being about that heroic and self-sacrificing lifestyle. And now, instead of subduing Twice or perhaps knocking him out so he can't activate his quirk, Hawks looks like he's gonna kill him. This isn't very heroic. It's sort of like one of those moments that you expect to be sweet, but when it finally comes, it leaves a sour taste in your mouth. Yeah, we finally know that Hawks isn't a villain, but we don't really get this exclamation that he's on the hero's side and acting heroic to save everyone and defeat the villains. It just doesn't seem right to me. Also, if Twice gets out of Hawks' feathers, this could be a very interesting fight because, as we know, Twice can take on an army by himself, and Hawks only has these 2 feather swords and not a lot of feathers in his wings left, so his evil heroics could actually get him in trouble here. But I want to know your thoughts on the chapter. What's going to happen in this Denki electric villain fight? Give me the play-by-play down below. Also, what would happen to this mission if Tokoyami lost control of Dark Shadow on the heroes and the villains? And is Hawks really a hero, or is he something else? Comment down below. As always, thanks for watching. If you guys like My Hero Academia content and these chapter reviews, don't forget to enroll at UA today by subscribing, and click that bell so you're never late for class. Until next time, plus ultra.